Welcome back in a little weekend roundup video. So, if you saw my previous video, we went to MHOR this weekend, raced the B5, and that currently holds the top spot as far as our rear motor two-wheel drive vintage S cars. But yeah, looking forward to the vintage race this weekend at MHOR. They are having a race on Wednesday. Probably won't make that. Gonna make all the effort really to get prepared for Saturday. So gluing up our final set of tires, just have to glue the backside here. And I know some guys want to watch me horrifically glue tires together. You don't want to see that, guys. It's I glue my fingers together. I got glue coming out everywhere. And yeah. So there's plenty of, I actually follow Spencer Rivkin both on like how he glues tires and actually how he breaks in diffs, because breaking in diffs is really the same on any car. So I've been using that as a guide. So did rip out our brand new Reedy 610R bath box, and I don't know if I can warranty this or what I can do with this piece, but I ordered a Hobby Wing Pro XR10 Pro for our B74. So my adult ADD won't let me do anything until I get that finished, and that arrives tomorrow. Our battery box arrives tomorrow for our long arm here. I got everything else wired up and in there. Just need to get the battery box in there, make sure that's placed right, and then lay down our chassis protector, and that thing should be good to go. Our double deck Dragon Punch graphite is all ready to go. I'm still going to rotate the diff, spin it on the rings on both sides, and just check the diff, make sure that's smooth and good to go. Checked all the ride height and stuff on it with all the electronics, transponder and stuff in there. That's ready to go. So this one's ready to go. Our fan was ready to go. Our tub is almost ready to go. Once we get the battery box in, this thing will be teed up. Should have our B74 fixed here by tomorrow night, hopefully. I should see that G2 come in Monday. Thanks, Amazon. And I'll get that thing queued up back together, and then I can rest easy on that. Our Yokomo 91 works. I switched out the shock fluid. So this thing's pretty much ready to go. I did have to get some cool Avid wing buttons because just the black washers weren't doing it for me. So our Yokomo works is ready to go. I don't know if I'll take this or not, or see how the vintage weekend goes. We may just concentrate on just getting the two-wheel drives, but I do have my 870C ready to go, and this is actually ready to go as well. The only thing I had to do is I did have to steal the J Concepts silver smoothie 2s that I was intending for this, because they ran out and it seems like they're back ordered everywhere. So in order to me to get 3 complete sets of tires for the RC10s that were brand new, I had to grab that. So I am going to try to kind of search around, see what I can do to find another set for that. We have a set for the 870 that we've been running that are still in good shape. And then I did put an order through Go Fast Hobbies this morning, ordered a extra pair of CVDs, caster blocks, spindles, and all that. I am going to order some, I think I have arms. I don't have the rear mounts. So Factory Works, I may order another spare set of front arms and then a spare set of rear end mounts just in case. We do have shock towers coming, so Dragon Punch got back to me, and I ordered a full set of shock towers, so if something happens where we break a front shock tower, at least we'll have a spare to be able to keep them running. So I did order the Element springs. So the silver springs seem a little stiff, but with the transverse battery, who knows? I'll let the guys utilize that as a tuning option, but I'm going to start every car out on green springs, and we'll tune them from there. So I should see those. Those are coming from Amen. And I ordered those and a couple other smaller things here and there. And that pretty much wraps up our weekend, guys. So this week, look for kind of a final video on our Masami. You'll see, did get a new rear wing mounted, so it's the same as both. All 3 of our RC10s use the Avid rear wing. They all have the same shock setup for the most part. Electronic setup's identical. Batteries are identical. So those are ready to go. We'll get those out on Saturday. Like I said, look for a couple finished videos, at least on the Silver Masami. I think everything else is done and complete. And we'll go from there, guys. So unfortunately, I don't know. I'm going to start on the Cougar this week. Again, it's kind of down here in a box, and I haven't really touched it. And unfortunately, with the B74 conking out on me last night, I do want to get that done and make sure that's good to go. So I'm going to be soldering up a speed controller in there tomorrow, getting that done, getting our Silver Masami done. So if I can get those two done on Monday, diffs broken in, all that stuff, we'll be in pretty good shape. And I'll work on the Cougar this week. I just don't think I'm going to have it finished in time for Saturday, and without any Silver J Concepts Smoothie 2s. I don't really have any tires to mount to rims for that thing. So that's the other thing that puts it out. And like I said, and those tires or those rims are specific to that car, so it's not like I can flop them around or anything like that with something else that has a hex or what have you. So yeah, but we'll get it on the track soon enough. And like I said, I'm still looking for the option parts to make that, I think, level playing ground with the RC10s that we have, especially with like the Pro Slipper and stuff that's offered in there. So I may have to order that from overseas because it looks like that's the only places it's available, because I can't find anything in the US, eBay, Amazon, or what have you. So I'm going to have to put an order in for overseas, and it's going to have to be at least a decent size order to make it worth it. So we will see on that. But again, just wanted to update everyone, kind of closing out the weekend, going into the work week here, and finishing up some stuff. But really am excited to see MHOR vintage race on Saturday. It's kind of a run what you brung type thing. And if they get enough people there, depending on cars and stuff, they will separate out classes. Ideally, they would like a two-wheel drive buggy class, a two-wheel drive truck class, and then a four-wheel drive class. Because I know some guys are scrambling to put together the new four-wheel drive RC10, which ironically, I kind of looked at it. They had one in the shop, and I don't know about you guys. It's cool. It's got a nostalgia factor to it. You know, it was never out. You know, that car was never released. You only kind of saw some stuff as far as a MIP 410 Legend. And then you saw kind of the prototype stuff with Jay Halsey that he ran, but that was really about it. So I don't really have any connection to it. I don't think it's going to be a competitive car, especially when if it's racing against something like a Yokomo 870C or something like that. I don't think it's gonna be competitive. But if you're out just looking to have fun, that's the other side of it. It does look to be like a fun car, but I don't know if I can toss out 500 bones on that thing. When it's something that just doesn't catch my appeal, right? Like I'd rather have a Yokomo 93 Works, or honestly, and I don't know what you guys think below, but I'm a big fan of Neo Vintage and Michael Vollmer. Obviously, I have a bunch of Neo Vintage decals almost on all my cars, because I guess he kind of inspires me to modernize these. And I guess on the American side, he does have a midship conversion for Yokomo Works 91, and I'll be honest with you, I'd rather spend my money on that and have something unique and cool than in an RC10 four-wheel drive. I don't know. I just don't care for it. So luckily, our Yokomo is all ready to go, but a midship four-wheel drive would be kind of cool. And like I said, it uses a Shorty LiPo. It's a little bit more modernized. That chassis kit is about $400 just for the chassis kit, and then you got to buy another kit to utilize the parts and big bore shocks and all that stuff. But we'll see. Let me know what you guys think below. If you rather see an RC10 four-wheel drive or a Neo Vintage midship conversion 91 Works. I think that would be a lot cooler, and that's something I'd be into. For sure. And that's maybe what I might do. I'm going to build stuff that I'm into and want to race. And like I said, a four-wheel drive RC10, yeah, it's cool. But I just, with every other, the other vintage four-wheel drives out there, I think that thing's going to have a real hard time being competitive, and I rather run my Yokomos as a 4-wheel drive. So again, guys, let me know what you think. Like, comment below, down down there. I'll respond to comments as much as I can, and we will look forward to the vintage race this Saturday and more. Thanks, guys.